What's going on, everybody? This is Urban J Reviews, and today we're going to take a look at products that you can pick up here right now on Amazon to prepare for a potential EMP attack. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but if you want to get prepared with things like Faraday bags and understanding some of the products that are existing that can protect you in the event of an EMP, that's what this video is going to be about. So stick around, let's go ahead and get started and take a look. So this video about EMP, we're going to dive in here at Urban J Reviews. Check out some of these other videos if you guys want some information. I got EDC essentials and prepper videos on this channel, but let's go ahead and talk about this electromagnetic pulse. First of all, I'm not a professional electrician. I don't have any real background in physics. I've just done a lot of homework and I've basically consolidated it all into this video for layman's terms. This is just understanding EMP at the very basic level. So if you're a physicist or if you're someone with a high level of understanding like Nikola Tesla about electronics, you're probably going to be like, well, I need a little bit more out of this. I'm just letting you know. But I do have products in this video, and I can't guarantee that any of them work because we haven't exactly seen an EMP, but stick around for that list of products because some of these may work out for you. But what is an EMP? For those of you who do not already know, it's an electromagnetic pulse. So electromagnetic energy. Such pulses or origin may be natural occurrence or man-made and can occur as radiate electric or magnetic fields. So where would you see something like this in nature? Solar flares. The sun can do can have a pull on the electromagnetic field in the world. Okay, so you've seen coronal mass ejection. Some of you guys who've studied NASA, you know about that. Right now we're in a period here in 2020 where they even say that we have low solar activity here in the summer. So some people have been talking about that, which is a video all in of itself, and I'll talk about that on my other channel, Next Global News. But you guys get the idea. EMP, electromagnetic pulse, where it would occur in man-made. It can be a nuclear detonation, satellite detonating over the sky that could knock out the grid in a city or a fraction of the country or the entire country, depending on how big of a nuclear explosion or a nuclear blast it would be. So the types of energy you have are electric field, magnetic field, electromagnetic radiation, electrical conduction. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the products you would want to have on hand, and I will have links to all of these products in the description below. They are affiliate links to Amazon. So let's talk about this. So I really like this backpack right here. Here it is. It's a silent pocket Faraday waterproof backpack. For those of you who really want all weather, all circumstance, all situation bags, this bag right here has it all. You can see it's got pretty good ratings. It's only got 11 reviews, but it's still pretty good. You can see it blocks Wi-Fi, blocks cellular, blocks GPS, blocks RFID, blocks Bluetooth, and it has EMP, EMF, and solar flare protection, 100% waterproof. Something like this you can even wear around. You can take this around. I mean, it's an everyday use. You could basically make it an everyday use bag, but it also serves as a Faraday electromagnetic protection bag. So you can see it's even got identity theft with signal blocking, 275 bucks. It is pricey, I'll be the first to say that, but I mean, if you're one of those all weather, all ready, get ready to go kind of guys, take a look at this bag by Silent Pocket. Anyway, next thing you're gonna need, because in the event of a solar flare or a electromagnetic meltdown, they do say that solar panels should be able to work. Now, as we said, we don't know if guaranteed because we haven't really been in these situations. Each situation could be more intense or not as intense as another. But something like this, you would want to have this in like a Faraday cage, like a Faraday box, which I'm going to talk about here later on in the video. But this product right here by Jackery is one of the best around. You can see 129 ratings. Look at that. Basically a 5-star product here. So, when you get this, obviously, you're going to need a solar panel for it. So here's the Jackery solar panel. Again, 202 ratings, 5-star. So this is a really good product. I was thinking about talking about the Goal Zero, but I decided to recommend the Jackery over the Goal Zero. I do have a Goal Zero. This from based on my research, and I want to get you guys the best product. That's what I'm trying to do here, is tell you guys where the best is, right? Like, you don't want to get stuck into something that's kind of half-cocked. Well, Jackery is pretty much the best in the business, but also do your own research on these products if you want. But I've already done the research for you to put it all together for you. Here's something you guys can consider. Faraday Cage solid metal. This one's going to be super high rating. This is going to basically secure you. Okay, this is really expensive. This is for like the people who've got super valuable things and you need to really protect yourself. Something like this, Faraday Cage metal owl. This is $379. It's pricey, but this is for the people who really, you know, like you got maybe hard drives where something absolutely needs to be backed up. This is kind of like the best protection you're going to get out there. Okay, so I'm going to put a link below to this one. But another thing you're going to want to consider is with the power going down, propane fuel and lanterns. So you can get solar paneled or solar powered lanterns, but I'm going to recommend this propane fuel lantern right here because it's not electric anything. And in that case, you know, you're going to want to have how many of those propane fuel tanks do you need? But having this, you know, this is something to think about. Also having candles, Bic lighters, lanterns that are on a wick, stuff like that, maybe even some fuel, tiki torches, stuff like this. I mean, they say in a grid down situation with the EMP, we don't know how long that could last, right? So you might have to prepare for 365 days. You might have to prepare for only 7 days. I don't know. But again, if you're watching this video, my assumption is you're one of those preppers, right? You're not trying to get caught slipping, right? So then here is something, this brand right here, Seychelles, they have a lot of good products. Unfortunately, some of this stuff is sold out, but you can see the Seychelles water filtration system, portable filter, removes radiation and nuclear contaminants. So something like this, you know, you could be able to filter your water pretty well with something like this. I did put a link below. I believe it's around $75 to $80. There's also other products that you can check out. Check out Berkey, but they're sold out. I mean, here's a really good Epic Nano. That's something like this. The product that you really want, the Seychelles, that's the one I really wanted, a little bit larger jug, you know, something like that. It's sold out. So, or they only have 2 left, so hurry up and get it. But Seychelles water filtration, again, removes radiation and nuclear contaminants because in an EMP situation, that's what you're going to need, right? Okay, so if it comes down to like laptop shields and you can make them at home. You know, you can make something out of like some of your metal bins and use aluminum tape, which I'm going to show you here later on. Or you can just get something ready, set, go, like this Mission Darkness non-window Faraday bag for laptops, device shielding for law enforcement, military, executive privacy, EMP protection, travel, and data security. So whether you're using it for an EMP or you're traveling and you don't want anyone to be able to access your stuff, this is, again, military grade here, made in USA. So it's a Faraday bag. You also have, if you just want to like make your own stuff and you just need the fabric, here you can get Titan RF Faraday bags right here. You can see military grade certified material, blocks RF signal, Wi-Fi cell, Bluetooth. You know, you can get the fabric for $23. And again, I'm going to put links to this stuff here below. You can step it up if you want to really secure some stuff. You can get 20 yards, 50 yards, 60, 6 yards right there. So I came up with this because some of you guys want to make your own stuff. You're like, I don't need to buy these expensive things. I'll build my own stuff. But again, when you're building your own stuff, you know, you're going to want to make sure it's up to spec, right? Now, for your vehicle, okay, because in an EMP attack, what's one thing that we know can potentially happen, or that's likely to happen, is because your car runs off of a battery, and the electronics in that car, that computer and all that, would likely be fried. So you need an EMP protector in most cases. Now, the research that I've done came across this EMP Shield vehicle EMP protection, 12 volt DC for car and truck. Do a little bit of research on this particular product here. But this is one that you may want to take a good look at, and I've seen it recommended a couple times. I've never personally used it, but I'm doing research myself. But again, my job here is to introduce you to the ideas of things you can be doing to protect yourself. Okay, so if you wanted to just get this, there it is. It's $349. Okay, so the next thing you're going to need is one of the things I would recommend having is an EMF. Electromagnetic radiation device, something like this Tri-Field. I mean, it's one of the better products out there. You can see 383 ratings and still holding a 4.5. I mean, you can get them for a little bit cheaper, but when it comes down to getting, you know, kind of like a good, yet again, a good product made in USA. Try this Tri-Field. Detects all 3 types of EMF pollution: AC magnetic, AC electric, and RF microwave. This also does reads all existing 5G, etc. So if you are in your house, you want to know if not just for EMP, but if you just need a product like this one has multiple different uses just related to the radiation around you in multiple different cases. Now, if you want to build your own Faraday cage, and you got a lot of electronics you want to protect, I don't know, maybe like the Jackery stuff, and a couple other electronics that are a little bit bigger, maybe, I don't know, like a generator of some sort, something like this, a locking 20-gallon can. Okay. Now the thing that you're going to want to do to secure it is you're going to have to aluminum tape this around here. Okay. So, but this trash can, you know, I guess. If you're not using it for EMP protection, you could use it as a trash can. But then if things get hairy and you need to, you know, have your Faraday can, you could use this so it could have multiple uses. A lot of these things I'm trying to get you guys multiple everyday uses with EMP protection. But you'd want to clean it if you're going to use it as a trash bin. So maybe it's just best to consider using it just only for the EMP protection and have it stowed away in the backside of your yard or something. I don't know, like that. But again, when you're doing these EMP protecting things, some products are just going to be in that box, never to be really touched because they're there as a backup. Okay, and we're talking backup S drives. Maybe you have a 2 terabyte hard drive with some of the most important information that needs to be in there. So you have your everyday use one, and then you have your backup one that's, you know, sitting in a Faraday can. If this is a little bit too big for you, oh, by the way, this is the 3M aluminum foil tape that you would wrap around the lid, okay? And you can research this online, how to make a Faraday cage out of a trash can, but you're gonna need this tape right here. Here's a little bit smaller locking lid can, same product, same brand, I mean, just a little bit smaller. This one's only 6 gallons instead of 20 gallons. What would you put in there? That could probably hold a cell phone, a solar power charger, you know, various different things. But again, assumption is that solar will be able to handle a grid down situation and not get fried because of the lack of electronic conductors that are actually in there. Obviously, solar panels are made of something that produces energy, but it's not going to be the same as, say, a grid, you know, like the power grid. And so, yeah, you have all this list of products that you guys can look over. I just wanted to give you guys some ideas of things to think about. Obviously, other things to think about are going to be food, dry food, again, the lighting, things that are not going to be dependent upon electric. If everything that you have around you that's dependent upon electric, you would have to plan for the worst case scenario, saying, what's an alternative to this? So lighting, candles, the gas lanterns, stuff like that. Also having gas for your car, backup gas for your car if you're going to need that. And if you're going to need those kind of products, you know, you're going to look at a NATO grade can like this. NATO. So what we're talking is, well, won't work. Let's see here. Why won't that work? Oh, well, anyway, it doesn't want to work right now. You need a NATO grade gas can. You can get like a 3-gallon, 5-gallon, NATO being Northern Alliance Treaty Organization or Trade Organization or something like that. You know, the organization that protects European nations against hostile Russia. But anyway, it's a military grade gas can, sealed. Another thing that is, like, I guess if you have an empty junker car in your backyard, you could fill that up with gas, and that could serve as a backup gas supply that maybe people wouldn't know about. But it's basically got the same kind of locking mechanism to keep your gas for long-term storage. Because, you know, you could get gas and then nothing happened for the next 3 years, and you're like, oh, wow, that was just a waste. But if you get it in long-term storage. So anyways, just want to make this video. Thanks to everybody for crushing up the likes and watching this video. And also go over to my other channel where I'm going to talk about these electromagnetic pulse attacks and electromagnetic pulse problems in detail. So click that link to go to the next video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.